Hey everyone, we're going to find the period of the function f of x equals cosecant of 4x. And basically, I drew a graph of cosecant. I first drew my sine, 1 over sine. So I drew my sine wave to see where my zeros were. So you can't divide by 0. So everywhere here we have asymptotes, and I drew my graph. This is just a little extra for the problem. So as you can see, the period of y equals cosecant of x, the period equals 2 pi. All right? So because it changes every 2 pi radians. So it repeats itself. So when you have your argument is 4x, we want this to be 2 pi. So when you have that, you're going to say 4x equals 2 pi. Divide both sides by 4, and you get x equals 2 pi over 4. And that means x equals pi over 2. So if you have a 4x, then that's pi over 2. Can you plug it in? I'm trying to plug it in on this graph. You have cosecant of 4 times pi divided by 2, and that gives you your 2 pi. All right. And if you wanted to change the graph, you could keep the graph and just know that it changes every pi over 2. So what you're going to do is just change all of these as the period is pi over 2. So I could just take the graph and change the 2 pi. Let's do that. And what it means is that it makes a complete, goes through the complete wave, or from the 1 over sine, in pi over 2 radians. So this would end up being pi over 4. This is 0. This would be negative pi over 4. And this would be negative pi over 2. So the period is pi over 2. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.